Hello and welcome to another edition of the Rapper Diaries. My name is Omonigo Aitoimona and I am the convener for this discussion. All right, this week we'll be talking about who brings home the bacon, man or woman, husband or wife. Does it really matter? In the past 5 years, the Nigerian economy has been really bad. We call it the Buhari regime, we call it all kinds of stuff. And because of the economy, there have been a lot of repatriations. No, I don't think that's the word. There have been a lot of disengagements from employment, a lot of sackings, a lot of retirements. You know, a whole lot of stuff has been happening. Really, a lot of men have lost their jobs. A lot of heads of homes, of families, communities. When you're a the head of a home, you usually have not just your immediate family dependent on you. You have extended family, your wife's family, your family, cousins, nephews, nieces, particularly if you hold small. And so a lot of men have found themselves jobless due to COVID-19 and a whole lot of other issues, with the economy. And their wives have had to, you know, stand up as breadwinners. And it's created a lot of rifts in marriage. It's created a lot of issues, particularly the husband is when you consider the Nigerian male as being highly egotistic, and the average. There was a time it was trending online that Nigerian men have nothing to offer besides money and what they can buy you really. Um, so where a man ascribes his worth to his you know to the digits in his bank account or the amount of money in his bank account, it takes its toll psychologically, emotionally. And so you have this man who used to be really cool and become this tyrant, this person, you know and some men are able to quickly adjust, and find something doing until their breakthrough comes. Some will just not lower their standards. Now, what happens when you're with a man who will not lower his standards, who will not do anything legal, to make ends meet before his dream job comes? So what do you do in that stead as a woman? And must the man bring home the bacon? You know, must the man be the breadwinner? What happens if there's a switch? Abroad there's a bit of a flexibility. Communication within couples is better. So there are agreements of, okay, fine, you're the guy. I have better qualifications than you. I can earn more than you. Why don't you stay home, take care of the kids, and I go and work? This is coming from the woman's side. But in Nigeria, it is the man. The man must provide. If the man does not provide, a man who cannot provide for his home is worse than an imbecile. What happens when the man can't provide? What do you do in that stead? What do you do in that situation? What does a woman do in that situation? Well, by default, she has to pull herself up by the bootstraps and find out what she can do to make ends meet, which is the reason why there has been a rise in SMEs in the last 5 years. A huge rise in SMEs. And if you find out, most of these SMEs, 90% of these SMEs are owned by women. You know, um, women are into all kinds, trying to make ends meet. Now, um, I'm trying to discuss here the ideal that should go on um, in this situation where a man finds himself not being able to provide for his home as he used to be able to. Now, there are two things here. You can either throw your ego out the window and do anything, whether it is to be a driver, a gatekeeper, or whatever you need to do. okay, to put food on the table. There's more honor in that than sitting back and, you know, dropping CV after CV and you being constantly rejected and, you know, turning your nose up at any job that is not to your standards. Or you can, you know, collaborate with your wife. Collaborate with your wife and join her in her business and see how you can, you know, see how you can basically try and, you know, build up your household, make ends meet, take care of the family. So this is my question to you. What do you think? Should the man bring home the bacon? And if he can't bring home the bacon, what should be the attitude of the woman? Should she take her kids and pack out until the man's head is correct? Or is this a situation where they open up communication lines and sit down and say, look, things are bad right now, but you know, tough times come, but tough times don't last. You know, what do we do in this situation? This is where communication is key, and communication is lacking in a lot of homes. You know, the man has his ego going on, the woman has her ideals in her head. This man should provide. If he can't provide, then he's less than a man. I don't need to be here. Let me go back to my parents' house. When he gets his act right, then he can come and get me. You know, or what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? I'd like to know your thoughts.